Hi everyone, I'm Megan, celebrant to the angels. Well, it's been a little more than 2 weeks since I did my last video, as I said I would, but thanks to everyone sharing my video and recommending me to their family and friends. I've actually been really busy, so I'm so grateful to all the generous souls who have shared and recommended me. Thank you so much. And I have had the privilege of helping several local families this year move through that very difficult time in their life, and my thoughts are still with them, and I'm sure you all know who you are. Last time I spoke pretty generally about the funeral industry and what to do when you are faced with the passing over of a loved one. This time I want to go a little bit deeper and talk about how you can start to think about your own end of life experience and put a few plans in place to save your family some stress when that time comes. Now, some of you might think that's a little morbid, which is completely fine, but ask a person who has just had to make a funeral arrangement for their partner, their child, or their parent, and see if that period could have been a little less stressful if they were more aware of what that person's choices were for their end of life and for their funeral. When I did my death doula training earlier in the year, I met an amazing lady by the name of Lisa Herbert, who was also attending the training. And she's written a wonderful book called The Bottom Drawer Book. And this is what it looks like. So I highly recommend you get your hands on this. Just do a Facebook search or look it up on her website. I even gave one to my mum for Mother's Day this year, so it covers everything you need to have a plan in place for when you do make your exit. From your medical advanced care plan right down to the music you want to play at your funeral. These can be really hard decisions for your family to make once you go. And let's be honest, there's a little bit of a control freak in most of us. So the first thing is the advanced care plan. Now you can actually go to www.health.qld.gov.au or what relevant site it is for your state and search advanced care planning and download an official form to complete and read all about it. There is also a place in Lisa's book to record your wishes. So if you actually have a medical condition which is likely to cause the end of your life, I recommend that you make it official with your medical choices. This includes things like your decision on life support and resuscitation, etc. So especially if you want to be an organ donor. Okay, moving on. If you have the choice where you want to spend your final days or hours, did you want to be at home or in a hospital? This is definitely something you need to discuss with your family, as not all people are cut out for such a traumatic experience. But it certainly doesn't need to be a traumatic experience, that's for sure, with the assistance of a death doula and a palliative care nurse that you can have at home with you. The people I've known and worked with to go through this experience properly have certainly dealt with their grief much more easily, but unfortunately not everyone is afforded this opportunity, especially when a loved one is taken unexpectedly. Certainly something to have to think about anyway. Now, the most distressing thing I see, and far too regularly, is families fighting over the family assets. Every single person who has young children and has any assets at all needs a will. You do not want your family members squabbling over money and assets, and more importantly, children's welfare while they're grieving. Sorry to say, but greed can certainly bring out the worst in some people. Also, best to appoint a power of attorney, an enduring power of attorney, and an executor of your will. And these all have very different meanings and responsibilities, so please take the time to educate yourself on exactly what all of these mean for your family's sake. So once you've completed your last wishes, whether it be in the bottom drawer book or on a scrap of paper, make sure your next of kin knows where to find it. So most people have a bottom drawer, hence the name of the book, or a filing cabinet where they keep these important documents. As I said in my last video, you can even go as far as to make a pre-arranged funeral with a funeral home of your choice, making all the arrangements yourself at today's prices. Select your preference to a civil service or a church service, celebrant of your choice, coffin and flowers, even your music. Personally, I'm even making my own slideshow. So thank you for watching my video again. I hope you found it informative and not too morbid. I am considering having a live chat very soon to answer any questions that people might have, but I'll get back to you on that one. And remember, if ever you're faced with the unexpected loss of a loved one and don't know what to do, please just give me a call and I will guide you all the way. My number is on my Celebrant to the Angels page and my website, Graceful Weddings and Civil Ceremonies, or just message me. I'm here to assist you. Thank you. Take care.